I'm Geoff Zanelli. I'm the composer for Disturbia, and also Secret Window and a miniseries called Into the West, and also wrote music for all the Pirates movies and all sorts of things in the last 14 years or so as a composer. In any film, you have a lot of big questions you got to answer before you can write the score, and this one, I think the biggest question was how to handle the fact that it starts as a love story and finishes as a thriller. So it's not doing, the same thing that a lot of the just like pure thrillers are doing right now. It actually starts as a kind of an innocent teen romance in a way. It's about a kid who's kind of lost his way a little bit. He gets put on house arrest and has nothing to do, so he starts spying on the neighborhood and he sort of starts falling for the girl next door. And then the next thing you know, it turns into a thriller, and is one of the other neighbors a serial killer, and that's what it becomes about. So the big challenge is getting from this very honest teen romance into the thriller aspect of the story in the most elegant way that you can. So that was the biggest question: is how do you handle getting in the middle of the film from this kind of happy, innocent, romantic story into, is this guy a killer? Is my mom about to be murdered? Like that kind of thing. So. One of the things I knew we were going to do was have a lot of actual songs. There's a music supervisor that put in, pop songs, and in fact I even wrote one for the film. And so what I said was, well, we have to be honest about the love story. Let's write it from a song type perspective. And in that way, it's not gonna, you'll never get it confused with the thriller part of the story. There's actually one transition scene where there's a party going on, and you got a bunch of songs playing there, and the thriller music has to just come out of that, actually. So that's like the key moment where this transition occurs. It's one example. The way I did it, I just had the song in there. I knew what it was, and I started writing against it, and coming out of it with the thriller tone of the film, which was all in the orchestra, as opposed to the romantic side of the film, which was actually more like a band. Because of the way I had approached the love theme, from a song perspective, that we learned through various screenings with the director, and that the love story has to pay off with a song. And we'd first tried, we'll just license a song, we'll find a great song and put it in and see how it plays. And then we tried just using the love theme that I had written, in a version of it, and we went, well, hang on, why don't we take this and turn it into a song? And so, in other words, because it was written with that approach in mind already, it lent itself to, well, let's make this a song. We got a band in called This World Fair. They came in, wrote the lyrics for this theme that I'd written, performed a song, and then, that's in the movie.
Don't make me say it out loud. Don't hesitate now, honey. Oh, it will fall down.
If you're 15 and you're falling in love, honestly, what's going on in your mind musically is whatever is on the radio. It feels a little bit alien or dishonest to try and convince an audience that these teenagers are falling in love to this big orchestra.
Right.
So that was another thing about the approach to the score. It's well, I know we have these songs. Well, why don't we get the score and the songs to do this instead of this?